Sandstorm versus noeL. noeL, a little bit of a surprise to see him here. He is consistently top 8 throughout the year, but hasn't been doing as well in terms of offline events as of late. Really not making it to the top side of top 8s very frequently.
Yeah, usually it's on the loser's bracket, and he makes it in a couple rounds. Now, I think Sandstorm this year has only lost to, I'm sorry, who did I say? Which name did I say? Sandstorm has only lost to noeL one time. You see their overall career sets, it's 4-1. 3 of those sets were this year. Actually, no, 4 of those sets were this year, 3 of them being Sandstorm's victory, 1 being noeL's victory. One of those victories on Sandstorm's side, that 4th one, might have been last year at the World Championships. Very
possible, but we do want to give you an update on what happened off stream, and that is that Cody Travis 3-0'd his Flashpoint teammate of Isidru. So Cody Travis will be continuing on in that loser's bracket.
Which I'm sure was tough to do.
Yeah.
You never want to beat your friends, but like based on Isidru's expectations going into this, I'm sure he's happy for his boy. He doesn't want to lose, but he's happy that it's his boy moving on.
He's rooting for Cody Travis. Again, going back to when we talked to Isidru, he didn't have high expectations for himself coming into the 1v1s of things. He is happy that he made it into the top 8, but he really wants to just root for Cody Travis.
So it's going to be Cody moving on into the losers quarterfinals to play against Ethan.
Button checks going on between noeL and Sandstorm.
So the only time noeL beat Sandstorm was at Super Summer Slam, which was an online tournament. Then the rest of their history, Sandstorm defeated him at Final Round, at DreamHack Summer, and at DreamHack Montreal.
Yo, hear me out.
Okay.
Simple's already in Winners Finals.
Yeah.
What if when Winners Finals starts, Mobamba starts playing?
I mean, if Simple wants to win, I think he's going to need that.
He might need that.
Like, it ain't going to hurt.
His Mobamba moment.
I don't think we're going to have a concert going on during that, though.
No, instead the European players will have to just put it on their phones and get speakers.
I don't know if anyone has like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Now you see the character picks that we've seen so far from these players. No surprises here. Sandstorm starting off with the Fate, and noeL starting off with this Ragnar.
This Ragnar, a nod to STTP Wilson, a player who wasn't able to make it out to the World Championship. But it's not just a nod in terms of like spirit. He's also playing very similar to STTP Wilson, and he's playing very well with this Ragnar.
That's actually Wilson's Twitter, Abby.
What? Oh, the Ragnar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And while we're on the topic of Twitter, if you want to get engaged on Twitter, hashtag BH Esports.
Hit us up.
If you got a good one, you might see it pop up on stream.
Also follow us at DukeXFam.
At Who is Sparky. And actually follow Remy too. I said it wrong yesterday. I said at Remy BH. It's not that. It's at letter N, Remy.
But you don't say the letter. It's just
no, it's just N Remy.
Yeah.
So my bad on that one. I'm sorry, Remy.
noeL coming in with the Katars onto Sandstorm. Sandstorm trying to play that spacing game, or great reach on it, and noeL's going to have to outspace it, then get in on top of Sandstorm.
He does have a couple of close to the chest defensive moves if noeL does get on top of him.
Yeah, a lot more than Blasters would.
Yeah, he can play the range game, but he can also play the close game if he needs to. And he also has range advantage when he has the scythe in his hands.
Side air connects, outspaces the nair from noeL, but still not able to finish off this first stock. noeL expecting Sandstorm to panic jump, but Sandstorm going to stay low on that. Ground pound finishes off the first stock of noeL.
Super easy edge guard.
Yeah.
Once he grabbed that nair, turned it around, he knew he had that for sure.
Weapon denial from noeL. Wants to even this one up immediately. Oh, this is trouble. Interesting decision from Sandstorm. Like 9 out of 10 times, Scythe players just want to push the opponent further from the stage. But Sandstorm decided to throw noeL towards the wall.
And it seemed like he actually wanted him back on stage too, with the way he dodged after through that down air when he was back on stage.
Now he's over to the orb. See what he can do. Didn't get a whole lot of momentum on the first stock with it.
No great Qatar reads so far coming out from noeL.
I mean, you got to believe Sandstorm is very used to playing against Qatar players.
Oh, yeah.
One of his biggest rivals throughout the year was Wrenched, who is a known Qatar player.
You just see Sandstorm completely dominating this so far. Like, noeL just picked up 4 or so hits, but you can see the damage that it output. Extremely little, not very close to knockout time yet for noeL. He does have the axe in his hand, so he's going to be chunking more, but his startup frames are going to be much lower. Ooh!
That's all he needed, that one axe down air. But he's going to be sticking with the Qatars.
And something like that might be why we didn't see Sandstorm super overextending off stage, because one small mistake, especially when noeL has axe, you're going to have some really high force moves that even if you're at low damage, they'll send you just far enough. Like if you hit him with a Qatar move there, wouldn't have had enough force. Sandstorm probably would have just been able to get back.
Good to see noeL again. Now he's switching over to the axe. Okay, that seems to be the game plan. Get the damage built up with the Qatars, and then switch over to the axe to finish it off. Sandstorm not quite in that kill percent, but noeL just trying to get ready early.
Nice
Neutral
catch.
Sig. Needs one more. That'll do it. noeL
Man!
Takes game 1.
All of a sudden, that turnaround, once he picked up the axe.
Yeah, the axe dare on the second stock was huge.
That really just fired him up. Always a calm player. You'll see that calm demeanor all the way through his games. Even when he's losing, even when he's on the back foot, all the way to the bitter end. Always a calm player.
He's just chilling right now. Sandstorm banning out maps. And of course, if you leave Shipwreck, noeL's going to take it. Here we go, game number 2, noeL versus Sandstorm. One of the biggest things that worked out for noeL was that axe down there. The small walls of Shipwreck not allowing Sandstorm to reset his jumps and touch back towards the stage.
But we also did see Sandstorm confirm a pretty simple edge guard, partially due in fact to those tiny sidewalls as well. So this, man!
He's going.
This stage does benefit both of them. That time it benefited Sandstorm with those teeny walls. Any other stage, that wall would have extended far enough that we would have needed maybe one more move from Sandstorm to find the knockout.
You saw how close he was to that wall, and unfortunately the Shipwreck wall's just a little bit too small. But noeL, he can get this stock. Sandstorm's already in kill percent. Goes for the down signature, but the dare will do it.
A GCD sig right there. Maybe a bait. Because he like minimum charged it seemed like. Didn't even hold it for, I think, all the frames that you can when you gravity cancel something.
Neutral light, down light coming out from noeL. Fairly even between the two of them. But noeL is going even with the current 1v1 world champion and the current 2v2 world champion.
Yeah, noeL's doing much better than I would have expected.
Yeah.
I would have expected a lot more pressure coming out from Sandstorm, and I think noeL's punish game is delaying a lot of that pressure that Sandstorm might normally put out against other players.
It's so wild. At the start of 2019, every top player that I talked to, Boomy, Sandstorm, Wrench, they all said noeL was like top 4 in the world. But then across the year, noeL just didn't have the pops. He wasn't making it to those top 4 positions. Now he's here against Sandstorm, showing why I think a lot of people believed in him at the start of the year.
Yep. Now, a win here would put him guaranteed top 3 here, which would definitely be one of his best placements in quite some time.
Dude, a win here would just be massive in terms of momentum, taking out Sandstorm, largely the favorite of this, but Sandstorm's going to take game number 2 to even it up, and very low damage, 350 something to 360 something.
Are we going to be going back to Shipwreck? That's a big question.
If it was left open. Yup. Shipwreck for game number 3. We're probably going to see the whole set be played on Shipwreck at the rate that this is going.
Yep, both of them definitely want it. This time it was noeL's choice to ban down, leaving Shipwreck open. And Sandstorm did not choose any of the alternatives.
That's twice in a row Sandstorm went for the read expecting noeL to go out. This time you saw noeL go through and Sandstorm was ready for it. Saw
nice.
The dodge through, side stick, follow-up weapon toss, Sandstorm with a huge lead.
His spacing on that signature, so you get the little like shotgun blast with the multiple ones instead of the like harpoon laser beam thing. He spaced it just perfectly so it would creep over that corner. Well, you know, so it would creep over that corner. If he was a little bit further back, then it wouldn't have worked. And if it was a little bit further up, oh man, now this is the pressure that we expect from Sandstorm. Yeah. Almost grabbed that GCD light.
noeL, very careful with that recovery. Made sure he stayed very low so that he didn't pop up too high and give Sandstorm that down light ground pound.
Yeah, he was definitely poised there waiting for that to happen.
Charging up
there, that's the laser beam harpoon.
Just the worst way to describe that. Yeah, you can charge it up, get that single shot, that laser beam harpoon, or you can do that.
No, I think I said harpoon laser beam.
Okay, sorry.
The order does matter.
Yeah. Just like cheese corn versus corn cheese.
Absolutely.
Side light and sig, though. The order is very important on that one. Sandstorm putting noeL down to his last stock here.
Now he two-stocked noeL last game. Ooh, being very careful.
Man! Mind gimp.
What a mind gimp. Just completely outplayed noeL's brain on the edge.
Chris Angel mind gimping him. He didn't even have to do anything. It was all raw pressure, and that's the pressure that we were expecting from Sandstorm coming into this.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Let's see how much damage he had on that stock. So there's a side light, there's a neutral light, there's a side light, and I think that's it. 3 moves. Who else takes a stock in 3 moves? Like, we've seen 0 to deaths before. It's not just 3 moves. And all of them were on stage. That's unreal, man.
Were air moves. All right. Sandstorm currently up 2-1 over noeL. The first one for noeL. But ever since then, Sandstorm has had all the momentum. Oh, my goodness.
This is yet another reason why we do best of 5. Because there's always like the adage of, oh, there's adaptation, then counter-adaptation, then counter-adaptation. This is just Sandstorm learning more and more about noeL, getting better and better against him.
Just pushing every single advantage that he has over noeL. A little bit of bouncing, goes for the Spitfire, but unfortunately Sandstorm able to interrupt with the weapon toss. noeL needs this stock off of Sandstorm.
Ooh. Just chasing him around the stage so well. There's the neutral light back to back. No recovery follow-up.
Great recognition, actually. Sandstorm didn't dodge on the down one. He just fast fell out. So noeL was able to pick it up. He does get the ground pound, though. So the stock count does get evened up, but only for a moment. noeL's so damaged right now. Sandstorm just needs to hit a signature.
See him backing up. Oh, so he could dash in neutral heavy to put noeL on his final stock.
And he threw away the scythe immediately. He wants to play this with the orb.
Nah. He wants to play this with scythe now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame you for that. Trying to understand the brain of Sandstorm, like, I'm pretty sure a whole team of doctors wouldn't be able to figure out what is going on inside that insane mind of one of the best players, if not the best player, to ever pick up the sticks.
Absolute enigma. Great read from noeL, gets the recovery. Couldn't quite pick up the neutral signature, though. Side light, side air. noeL might be able to even up the stocks here. Down like ground pound connects. noeL, he's holding on just by a hair.
Don't count him out yet. I mean, we always joke about like, oh, beat noeL 2 times, and then he just turns into a completely different player. He reaches a new form. He evolves. He levels up. And that's what's happening here.
He is an absolute monster at adaptation. Read the dodge, got the double down light. Health fairly even between the two of them.
Oh, charging that one up. Giving Sandstorm that nice little punish. That, like max range side air. There's the side light. The weapon toss connects. Side light side air from the right side of the stage. Weapon toss.
Went high, noeL. Does he have the movement? No, the gravity cancel side light, and Sandstorm earns his spot in the winners finals to go up against Simple.
That is a 3-1 for the man with so many medals around his neck from years gone by.
He wants
Sandstorm.
more medals.
Sandstorm moving on. He's going to be fighting Simple in the winners finals. That's 2 of your top 3. The third will be decided in the losers bracket.
Down in the losers bracket.